Diddy and the Diddy situation, the Diddy update. I think people were waiting for JayZ to be pulled into this, right? And yes, finally JayZ is now pulled into it. We were all waiting. We were all thinking, where's JayZ? Where's Beyonce and all this? JayZ and Diddy have been close. JayZ has been at the parties, so it's just a matter of time till JayZ's pulled in. Now, this is where it gets kind of interesting, because apparently there was a court case filed against, I believe it's not against Diddy's lawyer. It's basically against Busby, right? Busby is basically the lawyer who is going for Diddy, right? He's prosecuting. He's not defending, he's prosecuting. And so Busby is looking at all the evidence and stuff, and there was a court case filed against him saying that he is basically extorting celebrities. Let's look at how he's doing that. What he's doing is putting out a really broad threat. And you'll have heard it. And he says, there's loads of evidence here. We're still going through loads in discovery, etc., etc. And there's going to be so many people that are going to go down from this. We're going to release all the evidence. And he alludes to the fact of, maybe you would rather come forward now and settle this out of court as opposed to this becoming a thing. You'd rather not have your name dragged through the mud. So don't do that. Just come forward now and we can settle this out of court. And so that's what Busby has been basically doing. Now, JayZ is saying that's just basically extorting people. Now, how is that? Let's give you an example. If I do a court case against, Ben Affleck, and I say that this guy attacked me in extremely gruesome ways, and we didify it a little bit. Now, just having Ben Affleck's name next to those allegations is damaging for his career, right? You're basically, you're guilty before you've been tried in a lot of these situations. So a lot of the celebrities will do their best, because it's all about PR, isn't it? They'll do their best to prevent having their name even come close to that kind of situation. We don't even want to be named next to those kinds of attacks, those kinds of stories, because that is bad PR. We're going to lose a lot of contracts, deals, films, whatever else is coming. A lot of investment's going to be gone. Just by those claims being put against the person. So celebrities will then try to damage control, and they would rather pay out. We'd rather pay 100 grand, 200 grand, whatever it's going to be, to protect the brand than have it named in a court case. Whether that court case is true or false. That's what this has all been about. And that's what Busby has apparently been doing. He's been coming out, putting a broad threat to a bunch of celebrities, maybe contacting some, I don't know, and then going through the whole deal of, let's settle this out of court before it gets to a thing. And it goes even deeper, it goes really weird. Apparently there are people who Busby has told to basically raise a court case. You raise a court case against this person and we'll get it moving for you. In a way, in a dodgy way. Yeah? Even if it's not true, got very little evidence, all the rest of it, let's get a court case going and let's see what we can get settled out of court. Okay, now then, on the other hand, apparently people are coming forward saying that JayZ, I don't know how this part really works, but apparently JayZ has been either convincing people, I don't know if it's celebrities, but he's basically been telling people to come out and expose Busby for trying to force them to start a false court case, basically. So they're basically fighting both ways. Like, one's getting people to like start court cases, which could be false, and the other one is like getting people to come out and say that Busby tried to make you start a court case even though there's nothing there. Do you get it? So it's like, it's proper being like fought both ways. Now, Johnny Depp's lawyer, Ben Chew, who was very cool in the whole Depp case and everything, Ben Chew came out and he was saying that his mentor, when he was very early on learning about law and stuff, told him, basically, always defend the client, never defend yourself. And he goes, Busby is now falling into the trap of defending himself, because that's what Busby is now doing. Busby is basically out there defending himself, saying, no, look, I am not like extorting people. I'm just going after celebrities, trying to protect people and get people what's theirs and all that. But yeah, he's actually, in doing that, the comments are him defending himself. That's what he's doing. And Ben Chew, of course, we know is very successful and great at his job. He was like, yeah, that's like one of the massive rules, is like what not to do. So that's happening. That's a bit weird. I actually thought that JayZ was innocent, because JayZ, as soon as like this whole thing kind of blew up, JayZ came out and said, well, surely somebody who's been accused of something so heinous, something so, unbelievable, right? Something so bad, basically. Surely that person should be going to jail. Why don't you do a real court case on me? Let's do a proper one. And let's look at putting me in jail then, because of the accusation. Now, apparently, he can't go to jail because of statute of limitations for this thing. So that was actually pretty clever for JayZ to come out and shout from the rooftops, if you want to get me, come and get me. I'm clearly innocent. You can't put me in jail. But of course, on that, there's statute of limitations, so he can't go to jail. So that was actually just very, very clever PR, very smartly put together. Got to give a lot of credit on that part of what he did there. But then I find that a bit strange. I'm like, why has he got statute of limitations, but then Diddy hasn't? How is Diddy already in jail when, for basically the same attack, JayZ is still out there? Well, okay, I think I've kind of answered it already, and that is because of the amount of evidence that has been found against Diddy at the moment. So I suppose that's why he's in there, because that is actual evidence. And of course, we can't forget the weaponry that was found at his premises. So yeah, so in fact, I rescind that. I can see why there's the difference. I mean, there's no evidence on JayZ, and if there was anything, I'm sure he did his best to get rid of everything as soon as Diddy went down. Now, unless there's some video footage which comes out from Diddy's mansion showing JayZ in a precarious situation, that's something.